Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
Washington Post World, August 25, 12:16 America, New York. Live updates. Taliban tries to bar Afghans from fleeing. Orders male officials back to work. It's time for people to work for their country, a Taliban spokesman said, as the Islamist militants blocked Afghans from Kabul airport. Washington Post World, August 25, 12:03 America, New York. Through 4 wars, toll mounts on a Gaza neighborhood. Gaza's story can be seen through the prism of Zaki and Jawahar Nasser, their family and their neighbors in the town of Beit Hanun. Washington Post World, August 25, 12:02 America, New York. Through 4 wars, toll mounts on a Gaza neighborhood. Gaza's story can be seen through the prism of Zaki and Jawahar Nasser, their family and their neighbors in the town of Beit Hanun. Washington Post World, August 25, 12:01 America, New York. Cleanup begins of Haiti town's earthquake-crumbled homes. At the edge of a pile of rubble, Michael Jules plunges an iron bar over and over into the crumbling concrete of his grandmother's home. Washington Post World, August 25, 6:36 America, New York. Poland halts Afghan airlift over safety as U.S. deadline looms. Poland says it has halted airlift evacuations from Afghanistan as America's August 31 deadline looms. RT World News, August 25, 6:35 America, New York. Huge decline in COVID-19 vaccinations since Taliban takeover of Afghanistan, says UNICEF. The UN has warned that the number of COVID-19 vaccinations in Afghanistan has dropped off by 80% since the Taliban completed its takeover with the capture of Kabul less than 2 weeks ago, citing the chaotic conditions there. RT World News, August 25, 6:34 America, New York. Lockdowns are over. In the name of Jesus, Australian police fine church and ban services for openly defying COVID restrictions. Police have imposed a week-long operations ban on a church outside Sydney, Australia after its pastor held a sermon in violation of health orders and urged followers to defy the city's strict lockdown rules. New York Times World News, August 25, 6:26 America, New York. A better Afghan policy. What would it have been? People gather outside the airport.
Fox World News, August 25, 6:18 America, New York. Female Afghan journalist fears Taliban will kill her, changes address daily to hide. An Afghan journalist is changing her location every day to hide from the Taliban, who she fears will kill her and anyone hiding her, she told Fox News in an interview. August 25, 6:14 America, New York. Female Afghan robotics team members arrive in Mexico. 5 women from Afghanistan's renowned robotics team arrived in Mexico on Tuesday, following the country's takeover by the Taliban.
Washington Post World, August 25, 6:13 America, New York. Harris, in Vietnam, gets a dose of China's challenge to the U.S. A delay to the vice president's schedule gave Beijing an opportunity to undercut an announcement on coronavirus aid. RT World News, August 25, 6:03 America, New York. Twitter sends blessings and curses to veteran Iranian diplomat Javad Zarif as he leaves office for academia. Iran's Foreign Minister Javad Zarif has bid farewell to international diplomacy as he transitions to a new role teaching at Tehran University. The U.S.-educated official represented Iran for almost 4 decades in various positions. New York Times World News, August 25, 6 o'clock America, New York. Few women ascend Japan's corporate ladder. Is change finally coming? Only 6% of board seats at Japanese companies are held by women. After years of unkept promises, these businesses are now facing pressure both at home and abroad to diversify. Naomi Koshi, a lawyer who serves on 2 corporate boards, said she first understood the inequality in Japan in 2000, when she graduated from college. Washington Post World, August 25, 6 o'clock America, New York. Former Army chief is highest official to be charged in Colombia's false positives killings of civilians. At least 6,402 Colombians were falsely labeled as enemy combatants and killed between 2002 and 2008, according to a peace court.
Mirror World News. August 25. 5:53 America, New York. Tragic last pics by photographer. Taliban killed after Afghan army left him behind. Danish Siddiqui, a 38-year-old photojournalist for Reuters, and 2 Afghan commandos were killed in a Taliban attack. His family believes his body was mutilated. BBC News World. August 25. 5:51 America, New York. Landslides kill 15 in western Venezuela after heavy rains. Heavy rains triggered flash floods which swept through towns in the Andes, causing extensive damage. CNN.com World. August 25. 5:41 America, New York. Pinduoduo is giving its entire profit for last quarter back to rural China. One of China's biggest tech firms has pledged to hand over its entire profit for the last quarter to rural development projects in the country as Beijing steps up the pressure for wealth redistribution. BBC News World. August 25. 5:39 America, New York. India woman who accused MP of rape dies in self-immolation. Her death puts the spotlight on the shameful treatment of women in India.
August 25. 5:28 America, New York. More than 270 homes were destroyed in central Tennessee as flash flooding killed 18. More than 270 homes were destroyed in central Tennessee during deadly flooding, killed 18 people and left 3 still unaccounted for days later, officials said Tuesday.
World CBS News, com. August 25. 5:21 America, New York. Louisiana man gets life for apparently random murder of black man. Kenneth Gleason wasn't charged with a hate crime, but he's accused of killing another black man, and he allegedly searched for white nationalist content online and had a copy of an Adolf Hitler speech.
BBC News World. August 25. 5:20 America, New York. Kanye West files to officially change name to Ye. It's taken 3 years since the rapper first announced the change.
RT World News. August 25. 5:20 America, New York. Taiwan reports 0 new locally transmitted COVID cases for first time in over 3 months. Taiwan's health authorities have reported no new locally transmitted COVID cases, for the first time since the island recorded a surge in coronavirus infections over 3 months ago. New York Times World News. August 25. 5:12 America, New York. Rejecting COVID inquiry. China peddles conspiracy theories blaming the U.S. A new wave of disinformation follows President Biden's order for the United States to investigate the origin of the pandemic, including the possibility of a lab leak in Wuhan, a lab at Fort Detrick in Maryland.